Just the beautiful sounds of the Australian nature. Welcome back to the channel today, guys. In today's video, we will be moving all of our little seedlings over there. We'll be moving those seedlings outside, and I'll be giving you guys a short little update on all of them and show you how they look so far. So let's start the video. If you're new to this channel is dedicated to the care and cultivation of carnivorous plants, like all of these guys done here. So if you think that that is something that will interest you, definitely subscribe to the channel and don't forget to click on the notification icon so that YouTube actually tells you when we make a new video. So anyway, let's start the video. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I would say about 6 or 8 weeks ago already, we planted all of these tiny little seedlings here together. We put them in a mixture of sand and peat, ratio 2:1, and we essentially left them up here on our porch and waited for the colder weather to come in, generally around less than 8 degrees Celsius at night. And that colder weather allows them to start sprouting. And obviously it's going into autumn now. It's very cold here. As you can see, I'm wearing my jersey. Today is 18 degrees Celsius and I'm cold, but you Americans are probably laughing at me. Yeah, but anyway, we will be moving these seedlings because they're all starting to come up now. We'll be moving out there, and the process goes like this. We're going to take the empty tray, we're going to put it here, take the pots out of that tray full of water, put it into the empty pot, and then take the pot full of water down there. I feel like this is a little bit easier than trying to pick up the whole tray at once and risking dropping some of the plants. And also, it will prevent us from like squishing the pots together, because what happens when you pick up such a heavy a heavy tray, is that all of the pot stacks squish into each other and they crack. You can actually see in one of these pots here, there's a little bit of a crack in the middle when I moved them around on the porch here, because it was in a bad spot and I just wanted to move it around, and I don't want that to happen, especially since they're still little babies and seedlings could like damage their roots or something. So let's start moving them. Yeah, as I said, it's not very difficult. We're just gonna move our fence here, move it out the way, so that we can get access to these guys. Take our tray and let's start moving all the pots. I'm talking about how cold it is, but I'm wearing flip-flops. Okay, so as you guys saw, this water is actually like a little bit dirty. There's some, like obviously there's the sand from the pots in them, but there's like maggots in them. It's like super disgusting. So I'm gonna go get the TDS meter and I'm gonna check the TDS of the water. Probably might just throw this water out, so this whole moving of the pots thing was basically useless now anyway, but it will make it easier to get them down there. 46. So it's higher than the source, which is around 20. But yeah, I actually saw a video the other day of someone who had like the TDS meter just like this. He tested the water beforehand, this direction. He tested the water afterwards in this direction. Now obviously that 6 looks like a 9. So look at that 5. So he said that it was 5 before and afterwards it was 500. So gotta make sure that you measure it in the right direction. You see the ppm at the bottom right? You want that to be the right way to read it, so just make sure you guys do that correctly, guys. Okay, so it's super easy to just put the tray down and then just leave it like that, but if you watch our videos, you'd know that the ground is obviously not level, so we need to go and find some dead grass and leaves to make that tray more level, so when we fill it up with water, obviously the water doesn't spill out the tray, because we don't want to waste the water like that. So yeah, let's fill up the water and then go look for some clippings and some pieces of grass and whatever to put underneath that tray and make it level. Check it out, guys. You can obviously see that the water is moving down to the bottom right. See this line here? So We need to fill up the bottom right. And luckily for us, I keep a collection of dead grass everywhere for this exact situation. Do you think I was joking? Being serious. I had more, it's gone. Do you guys really think I was joking? Okay, so now it's all level, but the next issue that we're still facing is that it's only level because it's still so light. We need to fill it up with some more water and see if that level changes, which it will, and then obviously readjust it again. So let's start doing that, and then we can see how level this thing actually is before we put the plants in. And once we put the plants in, obviously it becomes unlevel again. So I'm just probably just gonna fill it up, put the plants in, and then fix it all up afterwards. If I can tell you guys one thing, is that I really can't wait to have some flat tables. Build some flat tables or some pumps, it'll be so much easier, because imagine how many trays we're going to eventually have when these guys grow up. We literally are already running out of trays, so can't wait for that day. Okay, so this is obviously the part where I update you guys on every single one of our seeds that are busy sprouting right now before I put them into the water tray. So let's do that. But before I get started with the tuberous seedlings, I want to show you guys our other seedlings. Check these guys, check these little red specks. They are Drosera aliciae, and I'm so glad that they're literally actually visible now. Here's some more Natalensis. I'm not sure what these guys are, I think they're Carnivorous. These guys are starting to finally get some size. Hopefully we'll be able to see them one day. There's an actual sizable plant. Some big capensis over here. And our Regia seedlings. 1, 2. So let's get back to our tuberous. Okay guys, let me explain the process to you. So I want to put the ones at the back that are the ones that have grown the most, because obviously they're going to be the ones that grow tall first, if they even do get tall this season. Anyway, I want to put the ones that are grown at the back, so as I pick them up I will show them to you guys, and then I'll organize them, and then we can actually get around to making this whole thing level. So let's start it. Okay, here we've got Drosera bassifolia. You can see the growth point right there, and this guy becomes a super interesting sundew. All the traps are like near the bottom, near the base of the plants, and that's where it gets his name bassifolia. So I can't wait for this guy to grow up. He's super cool. Next up, Drosera goniana. It's a rare form. See all the tiny little traps all over the surface. I think this was actually one of our first seedlings to germinate for us. Growing super well. So, as I said, can't wait for him to get up and grow up too. This is Drosera auriculata. It was actually a sundew that we planted together like way before we actually got these seeds, and it's in perlite, which we need to obviously take it out of perlite and grow it in some sand instead of the perlite. But as you can see, these traps are much bigger than the ones that we've encountered so far, and obviously because it's a tuber I want to put it with all the other tubers. Here is our other Drosera goniana from Mount Barkeri. See the tiny traps there. I love how they're germinating. Tons and tons of seeds. Here we got Thysanosepala, and you can see the sprouts right there. And there's another one at the top. Here are Drosera Barkeri. See them everywhere. What we've also got are some liverworts, and I think that they will most probably die now that we're going to move them out into the sun. I hope they die because I don't want them to take over the pot. I really don't like the liverworts, even though they look pretty cool. Next up we have Drosera plankonii. Let's see if I can show you guys. See tiny sprouts all at the top. From Riola in Victoria, far south from here. I just realized that we have 2 pots of Thysanosepala. As you can see, there's obviously sprouts here too, so yeah, I need to update my grow list. I can't believe I didn't realize that. Yeah, anyway, put these guys in too. Here we've got some more auriculata, but obviously variant. Check how big they are. much bigger than those guys that we saw previously. Drosera peltata, tiny seeds there again. Looking really good with the cold weather coming in. Over here we have Drosera murray. Tiny sprouts right there. The only sprout so far. I only saw it right now. Looking really good. Obviously, need to update my grow list now because I'm seeing these guys where I didn't see them earlier. Guess it's due to me seeing them in better light. Okay, so that's all of our germinated tuberous juice so far. Let me just show you guys some of the seeds that we still have that are busy germinating. We have some Witakeri, Lanata, Drosera gracilis, another Drosera macrantha, some rupicola over here, and our last one, Drosera erythrogene. So now that we've got them all in, let's figure out where we need to add some more stuffing underneath. I can already see at the back here, it's quite full compared to the front, so looks like we just need to put that at the back, so let's do that real quick. Okay, I've filled it up pretty much the top at the back left. You can see that is the water levels all the way up to the top of the tray. And the spot that is at the lowest is here, which is about half an inch or so. So I'm not very worried about that anyway. The grass underneath has to now settle and die down a bit before we can level it out again. So these are all of our Tuberous Drosera seeds. Okay, so there we go guys, just a short update and moving of all of our Tuberous Drosera seeds. And it's very cool to see that we once had literally 2 Venus flytraps only, nothing else. Then we got our tubers, and then some of the seeds started sprouting, and we went from 1 tray to 2, and now obviously we have 4. It's insane to see like how they're growing with us. It's obviously super nice because obviously I had to get rid of my whole collection in South Africa, and yeah, it's just nice to have lots and lots of plants to look after again and grow with you guys. So if you guys want to join that adventure of growing all of our plants together, feel free to subscribe to the channel, and if you enjoyed this video, remember to like it. So hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Look at these birds, guys. These are the birds that I was telling you guys about, that would obviously eat our Drosera food that the Drosera would catch. They're always running around. Actually, check this. There's 3 of them. So that's probably the dad or something. There's one behind the bin. You can't see, but it's obviously there. That's like the mom or the son or something. But the 3 of them it's 2 parents and then the kid, the baby bird. And these are they obviously run around catching bugs. Check them out. Just jumps around everywhere all the time and walks on top of the plants there. So yeah, another reason why we have that fence around the plants. So these are the culprits.